Well, here we are, ladies and gentlemen. This is your host. This is Tim H. Mills. This is 10 with Tim, coming to you from a most unique location at a most unique time. I am in the city of country music, USA. I'm in Nashville, Tennessee. I am next to a railroad track. Can you hear the train going by? Let me get quiet and see if you can hear it. I hope you can hear it in the background. I am at the Jazz Club balcony. I'm with my co-host, Devin Tyler Masoner. Devin, say hello to the family.
Hello, hello. Good evening, buddy. Good to be here with you.
And we're here in Nashville, Tennessee. We have just witnessed Jimmy Rose from Dorton Branch, Pineville, Kentucky, Bell County, Kentucky, singing a great song. And, of course, he wrote Cold Keeps the Lights On. And we have with us tonight, Devin, allow you to introduce our special guest.
Yeah, we got a special guest tonight to the Jazz Club balcony. It's one of my good friends and a guy I guess I introduced you to as well, just through our friendship. We went to high school together, actually, back in the day, and he's a Tennessee boy, but he ended up in Alabama somehow. But my good friend, Jacob McKissick. What's going on, man?
Jacob, welcome to the program.
Thanks, guys. I'm glad to be here, and hello, everybody. It's good to be here on the show. Enjoy being a guest. I got to put up with these two jokers for a little while, but looking forward to it.
Well, here we are, and we're here tonight because, first of all, we've watched America's Got Talent, and we have waited to the end to watch America's most talented player. I mean, we saw them all on TV tonight, but Jimmy Rose sang a song, probably not his greatest song to sing, but the fact of the matter is the kid's got great heart, he's got good talent, and I like what the judges said. He was laid back, and you could tell he was in charge. Tell me, Devin, your first impressions of Jimmy Rose.
Well, you know, one thing I think that's good about this program is that you're going to get three aspects of opinion from his performance. You're going to get your opinion. You know him, so you know his capabilities, what he can do as a person. You've been around him his whole life. Me, on the other side, I do not know Jimmy, and Jacob does not know Jimmy. I have a musical background, so I have that opinion to bring to the table, and Jacob is maybe not the best singer.
Well, no, Jacob's not the best singer in the world, but that doesn't exclude him from the program. I mean, this is a motivational program, the fact is, and I guess we're trying to motivate him by letting him be on the show, I guess, but no, not really, Jacob. Probably should have said that, but
At any rate, my opinion of Jimmy, I think that he would fit in well in Nashville. You know, just watching him live, he does have a natural talent. It seems like it comes natural to him. I mean, he's got the look for country music. He can play guitar. He can sing. He's got the country sound, definitely. So there's definitely a market for him, for people that would like him, definitely. So I think he did a good job.
I've known Jimmy all his life, for the most part, and know his mother, and know his dad. I know his family, brothers, sisters. I know the whole connection with Jimmy. Jimmy's a great guy. And one of the things that people have asked me as I've traveled the country and talked, and they go, oh, you're from Bell County, do you know Jimmy Rose? And I always say, yeah, absolutely, I know Jimmy. And it's not just that I know Jimmy, but I really know Jimmy. And Jimmy is exactly who you see. Tonight on America's Got Talent, he said at the very end, Jimmy goes, you know, I'm excited to be a part of the program. I'm just glad to be here.
Yeah.
And truly, that is his talent. And one of the things, Devin, you, Jacob, and I have enjoyed is the experience of being on the streets of Nashville. And one of the things about Nashville, Tennessee, is that it is not uncommon to walk up and down the streets and to see stars every day. Yeah. We're not like in California, Jacob, where in California, you know, a star walks down the street, they've got a bodyguard, they've got an entourage, but not here in Nashville, would you say?
No, it's not like that at all. And I've been with them before at down in Midtown, and Zach Brown will just walk in and play a couple songs, and he's not surrounded by a bunch of guys in black suit. He's just kind of one of the guys coming to show everybody his talent and let us enjoy it, and then he goes on his way. So it's pretty unique here in Nashville.
Beard and beanie, everything. You know, he stays true to who he is.
Well, I think one of the things about Jimmy is that's so exciting for young talent is that Jimmy is truly who he is. He is that natural, humble, person that we see and that we have experienced on television, and that's Jimmy. That's who he is. And so, Nashville will be the perfect set for Jimmy because, first of all, he can walk the streets. Folks will stop him, ask for an autograph, take a picture. I mean, that's just the way Nashville is. It's, again, not like California, Tim, not like New York either.
So is our program, are we kind of endorsing Jimmy to move to Nashville?
Oh, absolutely. I think we're saying Jimmy Rose moved to Nashville, Tennessee.
Come on, buddy. Come on, it's a great time.
I think we can get him at 3rd and Lindsley.
I feel like we know a couple of people here we could introduce him to.
Absolutely. We can get him at 3rd and Lindsley. We can get him on the stage. We can get him in Rippy's. We could get Jimmy almost in any place he's wanted to. First of all, because, someone wrote about Tim McGraw. They said, the difference between Tim McGraw and Jimmy Rose is that Jimmy writes his own songs. You know what? I actually applauded that tweet.
Mm-hmm. Well, you know what? I didn't see that, but you were telling me about the song that he's written. And honestly, this is the first episode of this season that I've called for America's Got Talent. I'm really interested in hearing his song. I haven't heard it myself, but, just coming from me writing songs myself, I'm curious to see what he can come up with on the song. So I'm going to check that out, and heck, I'll talk about it on the next show and let you know what I think about it.
Well, we're excited about it. Jacob, you're from over in kind of middle East Tennessee. You're out there where country music is what it is. I mean, you're used to spotting what I call real raw talent. What was your impression of Jimmy Rose?
My impression was that he does have a little talent. He is raw, and but to touch more on America's Got Talent is the show is not just about the music. To win the show, you've got to get the American vote. And one thing that I enjoyed was his backstory. I felt like he was dealt a certain hand of cards, and I thought he played them really well. He did the coal mining because he needs to support his family. He joined the military and served his country, and now he's following his dream here. And I think that is, above all else, very, very respectable. And I think he has just as good a chance as anybody else to win the show, Tim.
Well, I think you're right. I know I voted all 10 votes and my 1 votes and all the votes I could get on Twitter and all the votes I could get through email and all the votes I could get through my phone. Certainly we did. All of us did that tonight because we want to support Jimmy. And it's not about the fact of the matter is, it is about Jimmy Rose. It's about the fact that he's from Dorton Branch, a place where I've had the opportunity to pastor and an opportunity to minister with Jimmy and an opportunity to meet the people there in Dorton Branch. And the fact is, when you walk out of Dorton Branch, you walk out into Newtown, and you walk out into Pineville, and you walk out into Bell County, and our people, we're laid back, we're simple, we're coal miners, we're loggers,
Well, I've never been there, but I could tell just by the short video that you guys come together, especially when something special as this happens, where, I'm from a small town too, so heck, when you have an opportunity, someone that a cousin, a friend you went to high school with, has an opportunity to do something as big as this and is on such a huge platform to just, live their dream, live their talent. I mean, you kind of want to live through them and just, be there for them. And you could see that with everybody that came out and the kind of just the role they had, the whole town and everybody that came out to support them. It was really cool to see that.
Well, I think you're exactly right. Jacob, you're from a small town. You understand that.
Absolutely do. And I think to touch again on what I said about winning the competition, there's so many small towns, especially in the South, all across America, that can relate to his story. Small town, very few job opportunities, and you take the best you can, and then, everybody has to do a job that they don't like to do at some point to help follow their dream. And that's a part of his storyline. And now he's here, and he has some talent. So I think he has a great shot. I love the story. I wish him the best, I really do.
Well, we have a few short hours after this program airs. Simply, we're inviting people to go vote for Jimmy Rose because, first of all, it's about the American dream. It's about the opportunity that exists. And, Devin, you kind of hit on it. From being from a small town, it's something about being from a small town when people and it's not just that you know them, but you know them personally, and their family, all their connections, the ins and outs. And the fact is that one of the things I've proudly said about Jimmy repetitively is that he is just who you see he is. He's a humble guy.
Well, it's kind of funny you say that because during the program, I like I said, I don't know Jimmy. But when he was on the stage and after he had his performance and he was getting the feedback from the judges and he was listening to the crowd giving, him all the feedback, I kind of glanced over at you for a second because I knew you knew who Jimmy was. So I wanted to see your reaction to Jimmy being on stage on such a huge platform. And it was just kind of cool, just glancing over you for a second, just that huge grin on your face.
What was that my reaction?
You were just ear-to-ear grin. You're just eating it up, just as I'm sure everybody back home was, and just proud of him. I could see it.
Well, you're right. And truthfully, you see a guy who sat and listened at you speak, and he's you've met him where he is in Dorton Branch, up and down the street, doing those things that we do in ministry and doing those things that we do in opportunities that we meet. I mean, it's been a lot of fun, and I'm glad that you saw the smile on my face because truth is, Jimmy Rose, know this, Tim H. Mills, everybody in Dorton Branch, everybody in Pineville, everybody in Bell County, everybody connected with Cole, and truly, Jimmy, everybody connected with a small town dream understands exactly where you are. And we are so proud of you. And I've been with Jacob McKissick and my co-host, Devin Tyler Masoner from Alabama. And we're here in Nashville, Tennessee, saying we're proud of you. Follow us on Tim H. Mills on Twitter. Send us an email, tim@timhmills.com. And go vote for Jimmy Rose on America's Got Talent.